I've been listening to Sublime since I was a teenager.
Crazy what they started though, you know? They started something like that was cool.
Blacking out on King Cobras and 40s.
The band Sublime came out. I mean, they were so rooted in beach culture that I immediately bonded to their music and their lyrics.
So I heard of this band called Sublime, and it was a mixture of punk rock, reggae, and hip hop, and it just struck a chord in my heart that I was hooked.
Yeah, if you're punk rock, you're into loud music and, just being around that. So it was like, I knew they had something,
Basically, when I was mostly listening to Sublime, I'd say it was like early high school to junior high. I'd walk out of my house every morning, hop on my skateboard, go to the liquor store, bribe a bum to get us some tall boys so we could hop on the bus to go down to Laguna, surf for the whole day, chill. We'd have our Walkmans in our pocket because that's all they had back then, and we'd just be bumping Sublime like on the bus, or just shooting the shit.
When Troy approached us to do an art project, it was like, 100% absolutely.
I know there's a lot of bands whose art becomes tattoos. I have run across so much online and in person, people who have the sun tattooed over their whole entire back. Song lyrics, the same exact tattoos Brad had. It's amazing. That's a connection right there. Leads back into the connection of Sullen being the perfect vehicle, perfect company to do this collaboration.
The fact that them and Sullen came together is awesome. It's like peanut butter and chocolate.
Everyone loves Sublime, and to do an art-themed show around the band is just a really cool idea.
I'm honored to be part of this Sublime Sullen collabo. Opie reached out to me. He said, "You better kill it," so I tried my best. I hope I made him proud.
Me and Opie, we were at this event, art show, whatever. I was wasted at the pool table, and Opie finally hit me up to do the show. I was pretty fucking pumped. It's pretty fucking high, too.
I'm from Long Beach all my life. Sublime reps Long Beach to the fullest.
I grew up in Garden Grove, so when the self-titled album came out, we took this trip to Garden Grove. It was like, had a special place in my heart.
It was a good mixture, like so diverse, this music that they did.
I love the idea that Sullen has such a collection of artists, tattoo artists, that are keeping the tattoo vibe in the art, which is a big, really is Sublime art.
We have a collection of artists that we usually work with, and in this instance, we really wanted to lean on Opie and his guys and, kind of like see a new interpretation of art, separate from what we're used to seeing.
My affiliation with Sublime is first and foremost friend, but artists, like basically design anything that they needed art-wise. Yeah, I remember the day when I was finished with it, I was just so stoked on it, like not even knowing what it was, what it was gonna be, just like, oh, I did a good job, here's $150.
The way that I came up with the concept for the reference for my artwork was I kind of like imagined a 40 ounce of OD, and then I incorporated his dog in there to kind of show like reference exactly to Sublime. I kind of wanted to like draw something that resembled that time era.
I designed a Airbush t-shirt that Brad was there when I was painting it. And it was just like this trippy sun thing with like a mushroom. And if you look on the 40 ounce of freedom, the fold on the inside, he's wearing the shirt. They said design something like that for their cover. Brad had it in the studio, like the studio walls were like, I don't know, 20-something feet high or something. So he had it like super duper high so no one could steal it, but someone did,
Blue Dog will be a big theme, I think, for a lot of the art people are doing. I know I'm not the only one who's used a dog and beer, for the art. Trying to figure out how I can incorporate beer in the dog, so I figured I'd have them drinking out of a beer tap, so that's what I did.
Love that in the collection there's Lou Dog in the collection, because Lou Dog is an entity all on his own. And I believe when Lou Dog was on stage, he thought everybody was there for him. Seriously. He would go and bark at all the audience while they were setting up or doing sound check or getting ready to perform. He would run back and forth on the stage and bark at everyone, like, here I am. And then as soon as Brad would start playing, he'd lay down at his feet and fall asleep.
One of my favorite songs from Sublime has always been Right Back. You know, the praying hands has become a little bit of like something in the Chicano culture, like maybe LA culture, I guess you could say. Sometimes I pray, waiting for somebody already.
Hands down, I was like, summertime, that's me. You know, either that or nothing, baby. That's the only one I wanted to do. Because I already had it. As soon as he said it, I was like, in my brain, I was like, ding, 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 just painting it immediately in my head. You know, that was the song I wanted to do, you know. Yeah, you know, I got the classic Sublime, you know, that, you know, Opie tatted on Brad's back, you know, so I threw that in there, you know, and got my Doing Time and Stone right there with the Summertime.
It was some skateboard concert. I think it was in Cyprus, and No Doubt played. And Gwen was wearing a red patent leather mini skirt, and it was when they did Total Hate. Whenever Sublime and No Doubt would do festivals together, Gwen would get up and sing Saw Red with Brad, and then during No Doubt set, Brad would get up and sing Total Hate with Gwen, and it's a punk rock song, and they would start jumping. And I'm standing on the side of the stage, and Lou Dog, once they started Total Hate jumping, Lou Dog got out of my hand and he lunged at Gwen, but she's so caught up in looking at the audience, he just caught her skirt, and I had to run out there 9 months pregnant and grab Lou Dog. God forbid he bit Gwen, the queen, you know, the sweetest girl in the world. I don't know what would have happened, but that skirt has since been donated to Hard Rock, and it's got a heart patch over where he bit it.
Opie told me to pick one song from Sublime and, you know, paint a picture for us, so I picked The Wrong Way. You know, a nice lowrider car, which was the same car that was in the music video. Just cruising down PCH, one side's kind of the ghetto, you know, one side's the beach, waves about to come over, just nice, cool sun rays. A lot of their songs were about was just Southern California living, you know.
I choose, obviously, Smoke 2 Joints, because that's a very big part of my lifestyle. The poster I did, I've always wanted to do a black light style rock poster, so that's kind of what I did. It was intertwined the two, you know. It's kind of on some fairy tale shit. Shoot,
The self-titled album is Brad's back with Sublime blasted across it with, you know, the Opie did. I'll never forget the day Opie did that. I wanted to kill Opie. That was the day Brad was going to get, I believe he was getting Jacob, or he'd already had Jacob tattooed in Old English on his neck. And he was going to get something else done. He didn't tell me it was shoulder to shoulder Sublime. Gone all day, drinking Jack Daniels. I had to pick his ass up. A mess. And, you know, Opie gets done with them. It looks beautiful, and they just flop him in the truck, and then I got to deal with him the rest of the day. All the time later, it ends up being the album cover, one of the most famous album covers, and I've seen so many fans tattoo the same exact tattoo on their back.
Oh shit, got a little section right here at the party, man. I remember one time I was at a party, next thing you know, I don't know, big ass Samoans just came through and just went like this. And walked out with the keg. Ain't no one doing shit. We were like, see you later. That was that, you know what I mean? They just came through and they wanted the keg and nobody wanted to say anything about it. We just all just went like this, okay.
I chose The Wrong Way because of the lyrics. They're very strong lyrics that spoke to me artistically. And, you know, when it came to Brad Noel and his struggle in life of going the wrong way, I kind of want to express that in my artwork.
It came out fucking tight. I love this motherfucker. Yeah. I was actually painting. I was like, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with this thing. You can't make a shirt out of it. Wrong. There it is. Fuck. Look tight.
Being able to take, you know, these pieces from these beautiful pieces of art and try and figure out the right way to make it work on a t-shirt was a lot of fun. A lot of challenges along the way, but I think that when you look at the collection as a whole, every one of them, you know, works on a shirt, and you know, and that was a fun process to put together.
Have I done any Sublime tattoos? Yeah, dude. I did a Sublime Original Sun. I did it on my friend Steve's ribs on his whole rib cage panel, and I put like the flowers from the album around it. That was dope, man. I forgot all about that tattoo. That's probably my most memorable Sublime tattoo that I've ever done. I think Bradley, I mean, I don't know him, but from his music, I think that if he was to see the artwork that came together, he would probably go insane and never want to leave. I mean, it's like, you know, music and art go hand in hand. For somebody like him to see an art show based on 20 years of an album cover you'd probably be blown away. Smoke mad weed with a lot of us, that's for sure. Just saying.
What would Bradley say about the art and the collaboration? He would love it. He would wear all of it. He loved loot and warehouses. He'd be at Sullen all the time. You wouldn't get rid of him. Trying to get you to go have a beer with him after.